Chrisean Rock has suddenly found herself in the middle of a major controversy. A wave of criticism is crashing over her after a recent interview she did started circulating online. During that conversation, she opened up in a way that shocked a lot of people. She admitted that she wishes she had never had Chrisean Jr. That single statement has sparked intense reactions everywhere, with many people feeling stunned and disappointed by her words.
She is defending him as his mama. Is that okay? You know, like, it's like personally, I wouldn't even, honest to God, that's why sometimes I wish I never had my kid because of the evil stuff that's
carried over your head.
No, it's like
just how the evil in the world.
Yeah, so much evil, but even it's close to my kid. It's in his daddy, it's in his grandma, it's in the...
People are arguing that she's only saying all of this because she chose to have a baby with Blueface, even though he made it very clear he didn't want another child. It's like she was more focused on the idea of becoming Blueface's baby mama than actually stepping into the role of being Junior's mother. And honestly, you can feel that regret in the way she talks, almost as if she truly wishes Junior had never been born. People point this out because, from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem like she's taking real steps to get him the support he needs. Everyone can see that something isn't right with Chrisean Jr., but instead of acknowledging her past decisions, like the fact that she was smoking and drinking throughout her pregnancy, and taking accountability so she can now help her child grow and thrive, she isn't doing any of that. Instead, she spends every other day going live on Instagram, ranting about Blueface, venting about people being evil, and dragging his dad and his grandmother into the drama. Yet, ironically, his family keeps saying they love Chrisean Jr. exactly as he is. They're not criticizing him. They're simply asking her to drop him off so they can care for him properly, which honestly makes sense to a lot of people. It really seems like they're willing to get Junior the actual help and attention he needs, while Chrisean, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be trying to do any of that right now. A lot of people also find it strange that Chrisean keeps calling everyone else evil, because critics argue that, if we're being completely honest, she was the first person who failed to protect Chrisean Jr. They point out that she was the one responsible for caring for him even before he was born, eating properly, going to her appointments, avoiding smoking and drinking. But instead of doing the things a healthy pregnancy requires, she reportedly did the opposite. And that's why some people feel she was actually the first person who treated him unfairly, even before he ever entered the world. These critics claim that the challenges Junior faces now are partly because his mother didn't take her pregnancy seriously. They say she knew she was pregnant, she understood what she should and shouldn't do, yet she still avoided the doctor, didn't eat healthy, and continued habits that aren't safe during pregnancy. People insist she was fully aware of the risks. She just ignored them. All of this also brings back memories of the moment when Blueface posted about Junior's condition when he was just a newborn. He shared a picture of the hernia the baby had. And yes, many people felt that was wrong and said he should have never exposed something so private. But according to what he claimed back then, the reason he posted it was because the baby urgently needed surgery, and Chrisean wasn't taking him to the doctor. He basically used social media to force attention on the issue so she would finally take him in for treatment. And from what people have said online, she reportedly didn't complete the second surgery that Junior was supposed to get afterward. So, when you put all these moments together, it makes the criticism even louder, with many saying she hasn't been giving him the care he deserves.
And if you're surprised that Chrisean Rock wishes she never had that baby, everybody's hands should be down. Because why are y'all surprised? I know the baby wish she ain't never had that baby.
Anyway, shifting away from all that drama for a moment, you've probably already heard about the situation going on between Gorgeous Doll and Jayda. Right now, Gorgeous Doll is calling Jayda out, accusing her of stealing one of her designs. And in response, Jayda clapped back, loud and clear, almost giving the impression that she doesn't care and will keep copying whoever she wants to. The whole back and forth has turned into its own little storm, with both sides doubling down and fans picking teams in the middle of it.
Let's do a little business 101. Just because this is a topic, even if I'm not a part of it, I see it happen so very often. Entrepreneurship, period, is a cutthroat industry. I always say this term: you're either going to fall short or fall in line. You have to keep up with trends, you got to keep up with what's ahead, and you got to keep up with what people want. The hardest thing to do is patent or copyright a garment. So like a jacket, a skirt. That is probably one of the hardest things to do, because so many of these things that we see have, quite frankly, been done before. The only thing that is technically yours when you are selling garments is your logo. So I see a lot of dupes of Wayda men, but they'll either do no logo or they'll put something else where my logo is. And can I be mad at that? No, because guess what? This is how the game goes. And this conversation is only for people who mentally understand the ecosystem, because those are the people that are, quite frankly, successful in this ecosystem. And whether you get inspo from back in the day, traveling, art, music, a specific person, you're being inspired somewhere. I just think when people get on here and complain about somebody copying them, it just screams like, yo, shit not selling. Because I have seen bigger companies than me steal the mojo. And I don't get on here and want to argue, because guess what? My shit's selling. Granted, if your way of getting your flowers or the recognition you deserve is bigger brands and influencers you feel like are copying you, so be it. I hope you sell out. But as an entrepreneur, and as you grow, you have to literally learn how to alchemize the fact that people are going to copy you. And here's the hard truth. Sometimes they might actually do a better job at what you've done. And I had to adapt that mindset as an entrepreneur just as years go on, because that don't stop my dollar at all. So I say all that to say, get better marketing rather than using hate or calling people to boost sales, because that's not going to stick in a world that is so fast and people all selling and doing the same shit. What really make you stand out as a business, aside from bickering and calling people out? Like, that shit not cute. That shit don't stick. We need more. Balenciaga not worried about Bottega. I mean, I'm pretty sure they on the radar and keeping up with what Bottega dropping, so they know what to drop as well. But nobody getting on here bickering and going back and forth with people they need to be inspired by. Good night.
So Jayda eventually responded to the screenshots floating around, the ones showing messages between Gorgeous Doll and the vendor. And when she clapped back, she made sure her message was loud and firm. Jayda said, "And let's dead this right now. I never went to nobody's vendor. I don't have to do that because I use the same MF people every time. And he's not even Chinese. Whoever she's speaking to clearly playing games too. And they even said no. They thought then says like, if we going to be anything, let's be for real. Y'all gullible behind believe anything? I can text my manufacturer on the WhatsApp too." So basically, she's telling everyone that she didn't steal anyone's vendor. She uses the same manufacturing team she always has. And whoever Gorgeous Doll was talking to was just messing around. Jayda also made it clear that people are too quick to believe anything they see online, and she could easily text her own manufacturer on WhatsApp the same way. But of course, Gorgeous Doll didn't stay silent. After Jayda threw shade by saying Gorgeous Doll's tracksuits were giving very much saggy, Gorgeous Doll fired back with her own message. She basically said she designs outfits for real bodies, clothes that fit everyone, not just people built like a 13-year-old boy or those with BBLs. And she didn't sugarcoat anything. She made her point boldly and confidently. So now, you guys can go ahead and listen to everything for yourselves, because the way both of them are going back and forth is something else entirely.
Day play out, but the fact that you would come online and comment and say no saggy pussy parts. Nobody, listen, everybody doesn't want a fucking yeast infection, okay? And not everybody is built like a fucking 13-year-old boy before the surgery. And so it's like, for you to say that, you would never understand my line, because my line is inclusive. No matter if you're a double XS or a 3XL, like, I'm showing that you could still be a bad bitch and wear everything else that everybody else is wearing. You could be a 3XL and wear this motherfucking baddie outfit. You only pander to fucking minors and bitches that have bodies. That's it, that's all. Me, I'm all inclusive. My brand is for everybody. Big, tall, short, small. So it's like, for you to say some shit like that, it just shows your brand only markets to motherfucking kids and girls who literally either are built like 13-year-olds or just a BBL bandit. The BBL bandits can't even fit your shit, to be honest, because you only make clothes for bitches who have a body type like yours, which is fine. That's your brand. But don't talk shit about my motherfucking brand because of the fact that I'm able to crack codes. And
At the end of the day, this whole situation just shows how quickly things can spiral when real life, the internet, and emotions all collide. People are choosing sides, the drama keeps growing, and every day there's a new piece added to the story. But one thing is for sure. Whether it's Chrisean's personal struggles or the fashion feud between Gorgeous Doll and Jayda, the internet doesn't miss anything. And as long as everyone keeps posting, talking, and reacting, these storylines are only going to get messier, louder, and harder to ignore. So stay tuned, because the way things are unfolding, it looks like we're far from the end. And trust me, whatever happens next, you'll want to be here for it.